Hey everyone! Today we're going to be looking at systems of equations through word problems. So here's our example. Ron and Kim each bought clothes from the same store. Ron spent $180 on 7 pants and 11 tops. Kim spent $236 on 13 pants and 11 tops. If each pair of pants was the same price and each shirt was the same price, find the price for one pair of pants and one shirt. Okay, here we go. There's a lot of information in this and a lot of numbers, but if we take it step by step, we can solve it. Do not worry. So here we go. When attacking systems of equations word problem, it's important to do your first step, which is identify your variables. You can choose whatever variables you want to use, but the variables should equal what you're solving for. So it's asking us to find the price for one pair of pants and one shirt. So I'm going to have pants and shirt be what my variables equal to. Now you can have it as the variables B, P, and S, X and Y. It really doesn't matter. I like just using X and Y. So I'm going to have X is equal to pants and Y is equal to shirts. Again, it doesn't matter what your variables are, but you really need to make sure you identify them first, or else after you solve at the end of the problem, it could be really hard to determine which one's which. Great, step one's done, so we're going to move on to step two. Step two is create the equations by combining similar items or items that are in the same sentence. So in this example, Ron has a purchase of $188 with 7 pants and 11 tops. This is all within one sentence. We have a total amount that it equals, and we have what it consisted of. And numbers go right next to what our variables actually mean. So I can take what Ron spent and put them into one equation. So make sure that you put the variables with the numbers the words are associated with. So I have 7 pants, and we said pants is going to equal X. So I'm going to write 7X, 7 pants and 11 tops. And tops we said was going to be Y. So plus 11Y. And that was a total of $188. So 7 pants at some price, 11 tops at some price, added all together is $188. And we have our first equation. Our second equation is going to be similar, except we're going to be looking at Kim's shopping spree. Now, sometimes word problems are going to say things a little bit differently, but you always want to look for common things or items that belong together. What with what is equal to what. And that's really what you have to look for. There's only certain things that I can show you. However, you're going to have to take your knowledge and use them in different situations. So we have 13 pants. We said pants was equal to X. So I have 13X. And 11 tops. Again, tops we said was Y. And now in this case, it's equal to $236. Great, we have our two equations. We have similar items equaling the total price. So we have Ron's shopping spree and then Kim's shopping spree right underneath. From here, we can move on to step 3. And step 3 is to use the method that you choose in order to find your solution. Now, elimination and substitution will always be more accurate just because graphs can get really hairy when you have decimals. So I'm going to use substitution in this example. But of course, you can use elimination. It all depends on what you are looking for. So if I was going to use elimination, I think the easiest way is to eliminate one of these 11s. And to do that, I'm going to multiply by -1. negative 7x times 11y, or sorry, negative 1 times 7x and negative 1 times 11y, negative 1 times 188. And after I do that, I get negative 7x minus 11y is equal to negative 188. From here, can add going down, cancel out my y's, and I am going to get 6x is equal to 48. Of course, divide by 6 to get x is equal to 8. Now this is where it's very important for you to know what your variables equal, because if I just had x is equal to 8 and I didn't identify what they were, I wouldn't know if it's a shirt or pants. And I can say now that x is going to be pants. So that's going to be my price of pants. And then I have to find the price for a top. So I'm going to take what my x equals and plug it into an original equation. So 7 times 8 plus 11y is equal to 188. 7 times 8 is 56. Plus 11y is equal to 188. Minus the 56 on both sides. And we have 11y is equal to 132. Divide by 11 on both sides, and I have y is equal to $12, or 12. Again, it's very important to know what your variables stand for. So now I can say, just by looking back at what I've identified, that my shirts cost $12. And that actually leads us to step 4, which is write your answer with labels that fit the problem. So I can say that pants cost $8 and shirts cost $12. That is a cheap place. I would go shop there. Step 5 is always check your answer. Again, you can take whatever these two answers are, your x and your y, and plug it into the other equation that you didn't use. So for example, I used the 7x plus 11y equals 188. If I wanted to check my answer, I can plug in x for 8 and 12 for y into the other equation. And if all is correct, it should work. So that's how you do word problems. Take it step by step at a time. You guys can definitely do it. Good luck.